Welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. I'm Teresa. Thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on the video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, soul family. In any event, I'm so happy that you're here. And this evening, happy Sunday, by the way, if you're actually seeing this on the day that it's being uploaded. We're going to do a little bit of a Sunday soul work message. I may not label it as such just because it is truthfully a timely message and it's getting a little late into Sunday. So I don't want to limit people or run them off thinking that, it's just for Sunday. But it's something that I kind of like to do. It's a spread that I've done a few times here on the channel, but yeah, we're going to just take a look at it. So without any further ado, I would like to call in our guides, uh, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Yeshua, and Saint Germain. I do ask that you preside over this reading. Watch over us, put a wall of protection around us, Michael, please, and the viewer, as well as open our minds and hearts so that we can receive whatever messages the Spirit will have for us. Please allow me to be a clear channel for Spirit and bring through the messages as you would have me relate to the viewer so that they can receive it in the proper time. Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Metatron, I ask your guidance, direction, and protection as well as the presence of Min Hersog, Ningishzida, and Lord Inky. Thank you. Ashe. All right, family. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh. We're starting out here. Ooh, okay. Missing someone, past life soulmate, in the past. So we got some nostalgia going on here. And then Mars, passion, lust, anger, attraction, vitality, and action. It could be anger, but with this coming out here too, we got some hot. Somebody's manifesting something here. Might be a little spicy. Let's see where this goes, shall we? Nostalgia and memories and Mars heat. Okay. Oh, wow, coming out the gate for a soul work Sunday. I don't know what we're going to be working on, but we're going to see. Honestly, yeah, I kind of do, though, because, well, it's a whole different video, but I had something, and that's way too many. I had something that came to mind today that I think I'm going to wind up speaking on way sooner than I had anticipated it for the channel. So that kind of tells me that that has to do with the needs of some of the newer members to the soul family. So hey, it is what it is. Yep. We have Earth School, or Earth Soul, excuse me, sticks to what is socially accepted, desire to belong to a community, spiritually evolve here on Earth. Having mystical and satori experiences, allowing your magic to create in life, true self begins to emerge with these breakthroughs here. In career success, retiring fulfilled and accomplished, finding success in your career work gives you a sense of purpose. Tied to this Mars energy and nostalgia, I don't want to say what I think, what I'm getting right now. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. This honestly feels like calling in a soulmate, but more than just a soulmate, a sacred partner for a sacred union that you're genuinely going to transmute that energy, that passion and lust and all of that into some kind of career thing, whether it's, I don't know, leading, maybe you're going to be teaching Tantra or leading some kind of couples retreats or doing, Kundalini uh, Reiki activations. I don't know. There's a hundred different ways that can express itself. Or shoot, you might just be firing up that energy to add some more fire to the Christ consciousness grid. Because even if you don't ever wind up stepping out in the public eye, stepping into a union like that and expressing that energy the way it's supposed to be expressed becomes kind of a witness in and of itself. It's beneficial wherever you go, wherever you're at on the planet with your lover. Basking in that kind of energy and cooperation is beneficial to the planet and to everyone around you as well. Not only do they get a chance to see what a healthy love looks like, they get the benefit of that energy spilling into their environment. Yeah, spiritual mentors here walk the path of wisdom and learning, and song of the ocean flow with life currents. Y'all might be teaching each other. We're gonna see. All right, now let's get into this because the bulk of the reading here. I think that's your card for one. Yep. Live in this world as a dreamer. Create a future paradise. You might as well put a red hot lover in the middle of it. You talking about a future paradise? Absolutely. Whoa. There's that. Okay. Yeah. Absolute. You know what? Wow, we're gonna do the whole reading, but I don't really need to go no further. That's exactly what this is. I'm seeing this because it's been a minute. I love doing love readings because I love love, but I haven't seen this focused of an energy, attention on love. Somebody in in our collective is absolutely manifesting a divine counterpart. At the center of this reading, this is like the where you're at now, and truthfully is supposed to be seen in a positive manner, but leading to what have you, it can, this is like the here and now, this is the past, this is spirit, this is kind of where you can be heading with it. It's a progression, but this is what can stand in the way of it in this position. We're starting out here with living this world as a dreamer, create a future paradise. So this is what you're being admonished to do. What can stand in the way of it or the block? You are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. You haven't fully accepted this. You want it. You had to have wanted it because it's you manifesting it. But it was kind of, I think it's one of those things where you like it, or you honestly you might have manifested it in your pain and don't even realize you manifested it. Every time you know what you don't want, like Abraham Hicks says, you send a rocket of desire for what you do want, and it's in your vortex. And apparently, you're doing a little bit of, like I said, you're at a point in your ascension and awakening cycle that some cool stuff is getting ready to pop out of your vortex. Release your inner rebel, be yourself, and create your own universe. That's what you did. You might as well enjoy it. Cross the bridge of happiness, it leads over the depths of your emotions. And that them emotions, that's the whole thing right there. Actually healing enough to allow this in, learning to trust again, understanding that yes, you kissed a hell of a lot of frogs or froglets, whatever, to get to that prince. But when the prince does finally get here, don't turn around and put him in the same batch with the other frogs. This is different. Your energy is different. You couldn't hook up with that same kind of fool from the past if you tried because you're not there anymore energetically. You're not a vibrational match to that. That stuff happened in the past. And I'm not saying it when I say were a vibrational match to it, please don't be offended because I had to undergo and see the same thing. Yes, the people that did what they did was dead wrong. I'm not saying you deserved it. I'm just saying from wherever you were in your point of consciousness and where your original bandwidth of vibration was, you may have been in the same vibrational bandwidth, not the same exact person, because you got to remember For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So even if you're, for example, this is a harsh one, so please don't take it personally, but vibrationally, the vibration of the victim is the opposite on the same vibrational bandwidth as the perpetrator. For example, have you ever noticed that, let's take women for example, that are overly cautious and paranoid and fearful of everything out there in the world? Have you ever noticed that those are the ones that tend to get bad things happen to them? They're the ones that gonna have their car broke into. They're the ones that's gonna have something happen at work. They run around life terrified of bad things happening, and literally in their fear, it's almost like they hardwired draw that stuff to them. So at one point, they was lining up like dominoes. Loser over here, narcissist over here, user over here, bum over here, liar over here, gambler over here, womanizer over here, whatever it was that you had. And it might have been different faces, different places, but you kind of sort of kept getting something along the line of icky. And then, hopefully, if I'm looking at what I believe I'm looking at, and what was going through my mind earlier today, that what I needed to talk about, which I'll make the video tomorrow. It's getting kind of a little late, so I'm not going to harp on it today. But you probably took a little bit of a chill pill, even physically, a timeout, which allowed your energy, if you just stop the negative momentum, it will allow your energy to rise. If you don't keep fighting against it or whatever. And more importantly, if you clear those energetic blocks, mostly keeping that toxic energy away from you, especially if it comes down to intimate relationships. Every time we are physically intimate with someone, there's an energy signature that's left there. You're sharing their energy with them. They're sharing their energy with you, especially if you're coming together sexually. And if you continue to do that, and sadly, some people get in relationships, it doesn't work out, they break up, and then they're on to the rebound thing, and then they jump back in another relationship. And they do that in cycles and cycles and cycles without ever giving that energy a chance to dissipate. They're carrying the emotional, energetic baggage of all of them losers with them. So they keep manifesting the same basic thing without realizing it. And usually, when they get hurt badly enough, they'll stop and chill and eventually let some of that energy dissipate. And if they start having a spiritual up leveling, they learn how to cleanse their aura. They learn how to do cord cuttings. They learn how to do the inner work to figure out why they was attracting that nonsense in the first place. And the funny thing happens, that energy rises. You could, if that's what happened here, if that sounds familiar and that's resonating, you couldn't manifest that kind of foolishness again if you try. You ain't a match to it no more. But you got to know that. Tear down the walls of your heart. Give and receive security and warmth. It's time. And it's safe. Spirit ain't gonna put you out there to just kick the slats out from under you. You ask for somebody decent, they gonna send it to you, but you gotta trust that it is. Like I say, you done already paid your dues. You done kissed the frogs. You might as well open the gate for the prince now, beloved. Let's see what we got going on here to go with this. Ask ourselves a few little questiony questions to see what we can do with this. Ooh. With this live the world as a dreamer, things are not what they seem. You are only trapped by your illusion. What freedom do you seek? You might not be dreaming big enough. You might not be daring to dream big enough or believe what you have dreamed. You might as well, though. If you create your own reality, make it a damn good one. Shoot. Make it something that ain't nobody gonna believe. Make it some movie of the week stuff. Yes, Lord. Look at here. You are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. It says, take responsibility for your life as creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? Take a new direction. Be open to new experiences. Yeah, Spirit is asking you to live a lot larger than you've been. And I get it. Emotional pain, poverty, whatever it is you've been through, all of those hurts do make it difficult to trust enough to reach out there. But Spirit is staying. This, like I said, because this reading is kind of resonating with me too. Yeah, it's ouch, it's pinching my toes a little too. But Spirit is saying, get out there. Oh wow. Release your inner rebel and what slid out the top of the deck. Leader of the light, where are you being called to serve and support others? That's how you're going to create your own universe. You got a vision for something that you want to do. And it's so much bigger than what you've ever dared dream you could do. And you probably got a whole bunch of imposter syndrome kind of choking you up, making you think you can't do it, or you not. Maybe you think you can do it one day, that you're not ready. But I think you might be closer to it than you think. Cross the bridge of happiness. It leads over the depths of your emotions. And with that, we have come together. We need each other. Where have you been separating yourself or pushing against others and the world? Or pushing your divine counterpart, twin flame, soul mate, however you see it, away? You want it, but. You want it, but. So you're manifesting something that you don't quite believe, so you're keeping it pushed away from you. But Spirit is saying, let go of that and let it come on in. Okay, that was okay. No, we're gonna see if it wants to come out again. It will. Tear down the walls around your heart. Let's see what came with that. Ooh. Two came here. It's all in divine order. Allow. How can you relax into the flow and go with the current of life? As well as Midas touch, things are working out in your favor. In what ways are you abundant right now? I'm gonna keep that one off to the side. I think normally when I pull this spread, I forgot I usually pull two spaces over here, one here and one there. But yeah, I don't have to go there today. We're just gonna get this extra. We'll put this one right here so we can see it. Now let's see if we can get a little tarot to see how that's gonna go. Ooh. Live, okay, so with this live as a dream in the world as a dreamer, the world card came out, which represents a new cycle. It also it talks about authenticity. You being asked, like I say, the world is your oyster. Just call it in. Yeah. Now, with you're experiencing a spiritual blossoming. The Three of Pearls is here. The Three of Pentacles. This is collaboration and working with someone. Yeah. There's an air of celebration there as well, but this is genuinely about collaboration with someone. So Spirit is saying, take this new direction, let it in. I really didn't think this was going to be a love reading, but again, I don't set an idea for it. I just sit down, like I said, I just work here. Whatever chooses to come out comes out, but I can clearly see it in the reading today. Okay. Two came out in this position. I got to take them because release your inner rebel. This being yourself and being a leader of the light came here with the Eight of Cups. There is a need for walking away from something. You've got to close that cycle for good and understand it's okay to walk away. And right here, coming with this, we have coming together. So you're leaving something and heading to something else, collective consciousness. This is about effective communication using your voice. So we're walking away, but we're heading towards as well. And crossing the bridge of happiness. Oh, I just realized this is talking about coming together. And this is also over here talking about coming together. So it's literally Spirit is in that bridge is helping you. And wow, we had the Three of Pentacles over here, the Three of Cups over here, and that's sure enough celebration straight up. Oh, okay. This is contemplation. This Four of Cups was sitting here tearing down the walls around your heart. This is that introspection, apathy, contemplation, all of that. But Spirit is saying it's in divine order. You got to figure out a way to allow it. That's all. Now with this Midas touch coming out the end. Oh, it's going to happen though. It's coming together. It will. Six of Wands is here. This is victory and recognition. Victory along with recognition. So it will happen. That's pretty cool. Hang on here. Now normally, yeah. Oh, I know what's different. Normally I had a yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these. I wasn't gonna, but considering what we're looking at here, I think I need to see if there's any activations or actually. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull these. I'm not gonna pull each position. I'm gonna just get a couple of these. Well, I don't know. The fact that I'm even coming back to these cards, I think that means I'm supposed to pull them. Because I had not planned on including them. Yeah, Family of Light and Ascension, Rainbow Bridges here. So there is an activation happening. Oh, for sure. Orbs of Light and Spiritual Decree are here. Yeah. And I'm trying to think because of that. Let me see. Yeah, I've got to do it. I got to. Pardon me. Again, like I said, the plan just got changed in mid-reading, but it's okay. Normally I would have the decks out that I was planning on using, but that's all right. Here they go. I want to pull this real quick. What is this? Are these the ones? Dream a little. Yeah, well, it started out with lived in this world as a dreamer, and the temple, dream a little, and rings of time came out. So I guess that's that. God speaks at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that's that. I don't need to go no further. Earth Angel is at the top. Wow. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. That's pretty cool. We're going to get those messages towards the end. I'm going to go through these cards that don't need a message from the book just to finish out because these were the ones that I had initially been led to pull. Oh, wow. Your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. Ooh. Go within. You're experiencing the spiritual blossoming, but Spirit says go within. And then here with release your inner rebel, we got speak your truth with passion. I want to see. No, I'm not taking these. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those cards, but I do want to shuffle. Whoa. Oh wow, true love can never really be lost. So they're saying cross this bridge of happiness. It's coming to you. You came to serve. So Spirit is saying, tear down the walls of your heart. It is all in divine order. Allow. You're sitting in this contemplation and introspection, but while you there contemplating, remember you came to serve. So if calling in this divine counterpart is what it takes to get your juices flowing to step into the season of creation and manifestation and abundance and all that, it's what you asked for, it's what you came here for. Courage arrives when you step over fear. Universal love is true love, so love all. Incarnations, many lives lived, many lessons learned. We are ending these karmic cycles and closing contracts. Yes, indeedy deedy. What else? Three of them came out there. And in universal consciousness, you have merged in pure alignment with the universe. You are connected with everything. So this spiritual blossoming is gonna be intense. Like I said, bumpy ride, but hey, and you're receiving downloads. Open your senses to receive. Activations are inbound. White light flow through you to open your channel further. So spirit is working with you. Ooh. Wait a minute, is this the one? This is the one. Singing stones raise your vibration in order to create the reality you seek. The universe will match and return it to you in tenfold. And then, last but not least, we had over here, where's a couple of them stuck together. Light codes, energetic frequencies are flowing to your system and activating what it must at this time. So just allow, let this happen. Oh, truth seeker. Strengthen your intuitive senses and lift the veil from your mind's eye for a clearer connection to source. And cosmic womb is also here. Seek connection with oneself as you are a source of empowerment in life. In here lies your divine insight. Ah, this is the what like I said, those came, but this is what was here. Sacred prayer. All you must do is ask. Call upon the ascended masters for guidance. I think this was the card that we were looking for all along with there. I mean, the rest of them were great, but I think that's why those jumped out of the deck that way. There's a lot here. You've asked for a lot. It's on its way. This is, like I said, you're manifesting love, whether you meant to or not. But I really do believe what I is as clear cut as it was, considering I was not pulling any love decks. That's not what we sat down here to do, but that's what came out. I think you are, and you know you was doing it. This was not an accidental. You may not have quite realized it, but in the back of your hearts, in your heart of hearts, you're not opposed to it either, because when you was hurting, you wanted not to hurt. When you were being treated badly, you wanted to be treated well. When you were busy giving love and not having it returned, you wanted a fair, equivocal, reciprocal love. You may have thought that that was kind of off the table for you, but I don't think so. Spirit begs to differ. All you got to do is continue this ascension path and allow it. Get over the pain enough to allow it. Sacral chakra is here. The divine message from your sacral chakra is to immerse yourself in creativity, joy, and sensory, leading you towards a life of vibrant expression. Oh, and your throat chakra. Remember, I said this person that you're calling in, the sacral chakra. Yeah, that's all about exactly that. Um, in that area, but the throat chakra, you may be being called to speak on it, teach on it. Let your voice be a channel for sincerity, not ego, for understanding, not judgment, for love, not fear. Use it to unite, uplift, and encourage. And when you bring in your loving partner, yeah, it also reminds you, remember that your aura is a reflection of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. So fill it with the positive energy and watch it grow. Like I said, you attract what you are. So the more you allow your vibration to rise, Venus was there, but you know what? I'm not going there. I already done flipped it over. So now I want to take a look here. I think we're supposed to look at the spiritual decree. That's the one from this one. You have been wondering what will happen next in your life, not realizing how much power you have to decide that for yourself. What do you wish to have happen next? Are you willing to use your divine birthrights of free will, voice, and empowerment to set the cosmic wheels in motion? If your answer is yes, then it is time to speak your truth to the universe, decree it, and you shall be it. You have been praying for help, asking for a map, and wanting directions, especially about that love thing. But yeah, you are wise in the ways of the receptive, responsive approach to life. It is spiritually mature to trust the greater guiding power of the divine to direct your course, and yet the wishes in your heart are part of how that happens. Divine destiny is not something that just happens to you, but it is something that you co create as a living spiritual being with free will and divine love beating in your heart. You are being honored for your ability to ask for guidance and wait for signs. You're also being asked to set intention and develop faith in yourself, to trust in what your heart yearns for, what you love so much that you're willing to go through the discomfort of growth to see it come to life. It is time for you to have the experience of seeing your intentions blossom into manifestation. This does not mean that you have to make things happen. You're not responsible for how your manifestation occurs. The universe unfolds according to its own genius, of course, but you are responsible for the words, beliefs, and intentions you express that are the seeds of your personal creations. The universe then responds in its own wise and powerful way. When this oracle card comes to you, it is time to speak your truth. What does your heart truly yearn for? Focus on it and say it aloud. Don't be afraid to speak your dreams, desires, wishes, and fantasies. Sometimes it's only in daring to speak them aloud that we really understand what we want. This can be a terrifying, liberating, exciting, and life-changing moment. It is the moment that we grow into a spiritual adult, becoming willing to take responsibility for our own life journey. Will you speak your heart truths now? Feel your words moving the energy from deep within, transforming your truth into sound and releasing it as intent into the universe. Don't worry about finding the perfect words, just speak freely from your heart. Give yourself permission to express your deepest desires and let go and trust. Now, there's an invocation that comes here with this card, and I'm going to read it here. So you can repeat after or say it silently if you agree and want to call this into your life. By the divine authority in me, I intend to create, attract, and enjoy, for the greatest good of all, a life of abundance and love, well-being, fulfillment, joy, and wisdom. I am willing to take the journey to grow into the fullest expression of my beautiful and true self. May these words be divinely empowered to create my reality. Love, peace, happiness, trust, surrender, strength, grace. And if there's something that you want to create in addition to this, express it aloud now. May the power of voice and decree, the power of spiritual authority, always be tempered by grace and divine mercy. Through unconditional love and by my own free will, so be it. Wow. All right. All right. And now we're going to look at some Journey of Love on our way out, because I didn't plan on this many of these cards coming, but the way they came, I think we for sure got to look at this Dream a Little, God Speaks, and maybe even the Temple. Well, we'll check them all then, because that's only leaves two more. Let me see. We'll start with God Speaks, because that's the lower number. The divine is speaking to you directly. Underneath the silence, there is the endless music of love pulsating throughout the universe. Within that sacred sound, there is guidance. It may or may not have words. It might be a feeling in your heart that you can only express or you can only access when you're still, relaxed, dancing, in a yoga practice, or even half asleep. It assures you that behind any struggle or challenge, there is only ever the divine seeking you out, calling you to surrender some fear or doubt or other so you can move closer. Trust in the sound of love beyond anything else, for in truth, no matter what may appear to be, there is nothing else. And the oracle brings you the guidance that you're being loved into becoming. Be open to being shown the divine genius in all that is happening. If you feel you're being nudged, know you're being nudged by the divine. If you feel you're being held back, know that you're being held back by the divine. All is happening perfectly for you and will all unfold in divine timing. The divine, this card came out for some in another reading recently as well. The divine is speaking to you when you're captivated by the beauty of nature or an illogical sense that everything is okay. Listen. That's the divine talking to you, reassuring you that all is unfolding according to spiritual law, in perfect cooperation with your own destiny. And then, let me see. Rings of Time. Divine timing is granted to us as a gift. Sometimes, if we want to be further ahead than we are, that gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding, much like traffic that moves systematically so that not only one car but many can reach their destination according to a greater harmony and alignment. We're like the individual cars that must sometimes accept red lights and at other times can flow swiftly through many green lights. It is just this way, this systematic flow of divine energy through human manifestation. Your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There's no need to bother yourself about timing. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such openings, rest and reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved. All right. And we have 51. Actually, we're going to end with 51. I think we're going to do 59 first, or 54, Earth Angel. Earth Angel, you carry the world in your robes and heaven in your hair. You bring me a special gift now, responding to my prayer. Though sometimes I may feel that I am struggling or alone, you come to me now and carry me into my heart to bring me home. Even from the darkest depths, I rise up to meet your light. I cannot be separated from the divine. I cannot be separated from the light. This oracle brings a message of divine guidance. You have an angel with you, watching over you and assisting you in response to your heart's call for help, love, and protection for you and your beloveds. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Keep praying each day from your heart and know that you are safely carried on the journey of love. If you have been worrying about a loved one, know that this protection extends to them as well. You're asked to pray more and worry less, allowing love to be. Now, honestly, if you're calling in love, even if you don't know that person in your life yet, you have prayed for your divine counterpart and continue to do so, because they're being prepared for you as you're being prepared for them. They're being drawn to you as you're being drawn to them. Divine timing is at hand, even if you don't understand it at this time. And then we have 59. the temple. The lover and the beloved meet in sacred space. They take respite from the cares of the world, entering into sanctuary where only they exist. You are in need of this. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy and surrender into the moment. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in sacred ceremony. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time. Turn off the computer and mobile telephone. Turn on music and set the lighting. Be in the present moment. Do you remember your body? Ah, yes, here it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? This oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life, and renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You are encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You are encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self connection in sacred space that will best nourish you now. And it's just poetry after that. And then dream a little. Wow. Now I'm really knowing why. Again, I'll do the video tomorrow, but I woke up today with it on my mind to talk about sexual transmutation and celibacy and celibacy as a bridge to union with your divine counterpart and things like that, and return, because we're being called back to return to the goddessy, especially for divine feminines, to really come into that sacred feminine energy, to allow to cultivate that golden yoni type energy. And yeah, I didn't know why, because I knew it was something that I'd eventually speak on, but I thought it would be once I'm in union with my counterpart. I didn't want to be just talking, especially as somebody that doesn't physically, I'm like I said, still in a cycle of celibacy. But again, I know there's a lot of folks entering the collective, and someone may benefit from that. So I'll speak further at length with it. Dream a little is here. The divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers. So dream a little. Left your imagination wander. I said, let your imagination wander and wonder. What if? What else could be? Breaking down the rigid walls of expectation. Just because something has been does not indicate that it must continue in the same manner. So dream a little and receive your spiritual gift. This oracle brings you guidance, a spiritual gift of inspiration on its way or has just recently been received. It isn't flight or fancy, it's a gift from the divine. Receive it and believe in new possibilities. From unexpected meetings, we talked and shared our lifetime. A gentle, peaceful, quiet time reflected in our smile. We winged our way to distant places and walked along remembered faces of love, of lives we knew we lived some time before. And like a bud about to flower, having reached its appointed hour, we watched ourselves begin to open in the warm touch of spring. Wow, family. That's beautiful. So it's on its way. Again, it keeps coming up because I think somebody really needs to see and understand that. I've seen the recurring theme, but whether you know that, yes, I was talking to you or not, yeah, I'm telling you, yes, I'm talking to you. Claim this message because it is available to you. But in any event, that's your reading. I certainly enjoyed it. Thank you for allowing me to do the reading for you. If you enjoyed it as well, please give the video a thumbs up. And until next time, soul family, peace and blessings to you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Be on the lookout, or I don't say be in expectation of this delicious love. You don't have to know when it's coming. Just know that it is, and continue working on yourself and be ready for it because it's on the way. But in any event, I love you so much, and until next time, soul family, peace and blessings to you. Namaste.